Did you guys know? Are you rolling?
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys know skin-to-skin contact with your spouse is a natural way to lower cortisol levels, decrease stress, and boost your immune system?
I don't know about the immune system thing, but
We might have to be going skin-to-skin before quick around to 18.
stick our shirts off and hug.
I could see a guy like Bert Kreischer doing that or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if we went skin-to-skin off the first tee, I think lower cortisol, higher testosterone, decreased. I think golf just does that in general.
Yeah.
So we probably don't need to go
Golf
skin
raises
skin-
cortisol. Depends on who you're with, I suppose.
Oh, I suppose you're right.
Yeah. Yeah. There's certain people I've golfed with that my cortisol is through the fucking roof.
Did you know?
And you got to name names right now, Tyler.
Yep.
Jake.
you went skin to skin with Jake?
Yeah. Actually, one time we always have Chicago. Jake and I will.
That's true. Yeah.
We did what in Chicago?
We had a flight get canceled. It was connecting in Chicago, so we had to stay the night in O'Hare. And it was
At the airport, you slept over?
yeah. There's hotel in the
I
airport.
know.
And we got they gave us one hotel room with 2 beds, and there was 3 of us. So Jake and I had to share a bed.
That's fine. You and I have shared a bed many
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
It's a sports thing.
Mm-hmm.
Jake wasn't very comfortable with it. I tried to cuddle, and he was just not having it. Not having it at all.
Were you big
Yeah.
spoon or little spoon?
I was big spoon and he
That's-
crappie flop. Dude, little spoon. No, you never get to be little spoon. I was
know.
doing him a favor.
Yeah. Well, I'm not used to that. I'm taller than you. I should have been the big spoon.
Jake got scared.
Yeah. I should have been the
He
big
got
spoon.
big time scared.
I-
And all I did was throw an arm over.
That's maybe crossing the line.
Wow. Well, would you rather go arm over first or just get straight butts to nuts?
Maybe just go leg over first. Legs.
Leg.
over.
Yeah.
Trevor, you ever sleep with your buddies?
In high school, like at basketball tournaments, yeah. Haven't done it recently, no. Why, you trying to have a sleepover or what?
No, I just think it's good every once in a while to like share a bed with your buddy,
Yeah.
and you're not doing that,
Not,
especially in your younger 20s.
not unless I have to.
Like maybe after bar close or something, you're not just like
No, I get home every time.
just
Okay.
go home, make a pizza with the boys, and then snuggle up afterwards. You know,
No, usually just throw me on my bed and I'm just like, okay, good night.
They throw you on their bed and say goodnight.
Sometimes they'll drag me to my
Wow.
bed.
Wow. Skipping all the
Homies,
cuddling.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's unbelievable.
Sometimes.
I have a question.
Ryan, I might have an answer for you.
Well, if anyone's gonna have an answer, it's gonna be you, Jake.
Yeah, you're right about that.
When the fuck is that simulator gonna be done?
I don't know. I need
Now the top canvas is just hanging down in one
Yep.
corner.
I'll tell you why, because the other day I was all gung ho. I was like, I'm gonna get this simulator done. I'm gonna get her done, whatever. And then I realized that no one was here to help me do it because I kind of need 2 people to do it to lift
it's
them
for
up
sure
there.
a 2-man job on those canvases.
Yeah, which it definitely is. And I got about, what would you say, maybe 8 of those little connectors into it. And then I was like, I can't do this by myself. And it was like, I don't know, it was last Friday. You were gone. Convenient. Tyler was gone.
I was here for half the day,
That's true. I just should have done it in the morning.
but I
You
was
took off early Friday. I would have too. Me and
No,
Miles
I-
are both gone.
I had to.
Oh, you did?
Daycare closed at noon on Friday.
yeah.
But I was out there from 6:30 in the morning till 11:30 doing Trevor's job for him. So just making sure all the hats were stocked because Trevor couldn't fucking do it.
I saw you for like 30 minutes down there. And that
I
was it.
literally ran for 6 hours.
6 hours is a
I was
stretch.
there early as shit. I was there before all of you merch goons.
You
Oh,
guys
you
got to
were.
go skin to skin right now.
Yeah.
Get over here.
I just my whole timeline is now. So now we're transitioning out of golf season. My whole timeline is now like dad or husband stuff,
Mhm.
and the transition it seemed like overnight.
Yep. It's like all of a sudden you have a little bit of freedom and a little bit of time to do stuff that you want to do.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's just responsibilities.
Damn.
You can go golf on Thursday.
I
Yep.
was just gonna bring that up. So a couple weeks ago, courses opened up. Last week, courses closed. This week, they're back open.
We're in December. This is the latest I've ever seen a course open in this area in my entire life.
Do you know who it is?
Of course I know who it is.
The
right?
goat of them all, Leonard CC.
Yep.
My hometown has it too.
Really?
Thursday.
Well, it's not nearly as cool as Leonard.
I know it's too far.
Are any of the Fargo courses open?
No,
Down
I
at
don't think
Highland.
so.
No, there's no
Once
fucking chance
they
we're doing
close
that.
up the Fargo Parks
Yeah.
courses, they're all
They're not
toast.
sending people back out there to uncover the greens.
No, that was my next point. Was
Yeah.
greens are covered. Village Green and Moorhead, you go by on the interstate, greens so covered.
Yeah. Well, with a beautiful course like Leonard, I'm sure they didn't even cover their greens.
No, probably not.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be rolling true. They're gonna be rolling fast.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh God.
Do you see that one clip some dudes were playing recently and the greens were frozen? And dude hits a beautiful chip shot. Looks like he's gonna feather it onto the green. It's gonna land soft and just roll right at it. Hits it. It's like concrete.
Yeah.
And just shoots off the green 65 yards past.
Really?
Yeah. So you gotta like
Texas wedge.
I've never played this cold before. So I don't know how to do my approach shots, how to do anything. I think short's the answer,
Well,
right?
just normal. You always miss the green, so you're fine.
Yeah, I'm saying miss it short now.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's gonna be a lot of bump and runs in play.
Texas wedges putting from 40 yards away.
Yeah.
Wear hockey skates on the green.
So are we gonna go out and play?
I think we should.
I looked at the tee times and it's like the 3 o'clocks are open on Thursday and 3 o'clocks are open on Friday. We can maybe Wednesday we can maybe get it like a afternoon round in, but that's when it's gonna be its warmest. So
So there's no chance for us going outside of work hours.
correct.
I suppose it gets dark at fucking 4:30.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Twilight starts at 2.
We can maybe
Or go-
sneak
what's the
out
early
early on
one?
Friday.
10 something maybe.
I don't know. I think we should do it because I'm with you, Ryan. I wish that simulator was up and running. I've been itching for it too, but we'll get to it. So
I've also never. The goal would be to be able to golf in every month in North Dakota. Like in your lifetime, is it possible to golf in January here in North Dakota? Probably not. But we're gonna be able to cross December off the list because I've never golfed in December.
No, me either. Not even close,
it's
really.
gonna be in the 50s too.
Like Halloween is typically when courses close, and we're a month and a half past that now.
So here's a question: water hazards.
Frozen.
They're frozen over.
Play it.
Playing that shit.
yeah.
Are they
Chunk it.
Are they frozen enough for us not to
Oh yeah, they're-
chunk one and then fall through the ice?
for sure. No, there's guys that are ice fishing on the big bodies of water around here.
All right.
You guys have seen that video of that guy who takes like a 52 and like hits a flopper onto the
Yeah.
ice and it makes that super cool noise. On the bright side, if we're golfing in this type of weather, you'll know if you hit the water hazard because you'll
That's
hear
true.
that noise.
For sure. Okay, we gotta get it. We gotta get something booked.
Friday
I think we can-
afternoon, maybe?
Sure,
Okay.
Yeah, I'm down.
Done and done.
that'd be fucking sweet.
It'd be sweet. Golfing in December outside. Usually we play ice golf.
Yeah,
Honestly, the ice golf tournament we did was like December or January. I'm pretty sure.
one of those months.
Yep.
Yeah,
You
I want
weren't
to say
there, Ryan. You
January.
skipped.
No, the ice. It was in Walker.
You were at that?
We fell asleep not together, but in
Aw.
different beds in
You're
a hotel
right.
room.
We both Irish goodbye.
The plan was to go back down. Then we're like, I'm
Fuck
so
that.
fucking
Yeah.
tired right now. So yes, I was there.
Yep.
What do you guys think about the golf ball rollback?
Dumb.
Yeah.
I did this last time when they announced the rollback. One of the coolest things about golf is that the regular dudes are playing the same way with the same equipment and the same rules as the pros. And
So-
now we're not.
No, we are because they're rolling it back for everybody.
Why us?
Yeah.
Well, I don't need that.
So the ball will now be the talk is the ball will be implemented for the PGA, and then the ball they're just gonna mass produce these balls for everybody. So from what they say, they're saying it'll take anywhere from 5 to 15 yards off of a tee shot, for instance. Now, I don't know if I agree with you. Does 5 to 15 yards really matter? It's maybe one club's worth or maybe a hard same club.
Yeah.
I mean, you just got to relearn your distance. I'm more now that I've heard this, that it's getting rolled back for us as well. The laziness in me is like, I want to relearn all my distances and then figure out which balls in my bag are juiced and which are not.
Go stock up on balls right now.
Seriously. Like, what's going to stop Tom, Dick, and Harry in their 4-man scramble from using the good balls?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot like the metal bats in baseball.
Yeah.
When they took the bat back and they made a metal bat but hits more like wood.
So like when I roll up into a scramble, are they going to check every ball in my bag? Or do I have to present like 5 balls and then when I'm out of those, I'm just fucked?
No, but I think it's gonna make ball hawking a lot more popular with it, because some people don't care about going to look for balls.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
But now, think about how many lost balls are out there that are still juiced, while your buddies are using the rollback, and you're getting 10 yards, 15 yards more on drives.
Yeah.
Well, and the PGA's reasoning for this is
They ran out of room for courses, so now they have to roll the ball back. Because they can't move the courses out longer. They have to just...
Why do they feel the need to lengthen the courses?
yeah, why
It's already
they're-
fucking 7,500 yards from the tips.
I don't know.
do they want more true
want-
par fives where you can't get to the green? Is that the situation?
I guess not drivable par fours. Just make it so they actually have to
But drivable par fours are one of the most entertaining things in golf.
I agree.
They've
But
been a part of the
that's-
game for a long time too.
They also just want people to hit long irons again, I guess. Like I don't fucking know. It's dumb.
But sports evolve.
I
That's
know.
the entire, like, not a single sport is the same as it was when it was invented. Like, that's the nature of games. is
Correct.
They change. So you either, I don't know. I don't like it at all.
But even that, just they're gonna adjust the clubs next year and make them fucking go further again. So it's like, what are you gonna do?
It's like making a 40 limit for NFL wide receivers. Like, well, if you're too fast, you can't be a receiver.
Yep.
Or it's like taking some stick off of NFL gloves.
Yep.
You can't use gloves, so yeah.
Right. Well, like the NFL didn't ban gloves when they came out because it made catching too easy. They're like, all right, now things are going to be trending towards more spread open offenses.
So what about the baseballs, Jake? Are the baseballs also got rolled back, didn't they? The laces got smaller.
Yeah.
So at disadvantage of the pitcher, is that an advantage to the hitter or not?
Well, they did that to make the game more entertaining. Yeah, it is an advantage.
Yeah,
for
they
them.
wanted more offense, and then they rolled
Yeah.
the ball back, and then they were like, "Okay, well, this is now the game's too slow. Pitchers
they're
are
hitting
way
less
too,
home runs.
Yes, exactly. Pitchers are too dominant. So then they made the bases bigger. They made stealing more easy in baseball and all that stuff. So like the game is still like changing a good amount. The bases are like literally 2 inches bigger right now.
So why do they keep trying to make professional sports like? I mean, they're already hard. The competition is what's hard. The sport to them is not, I guess I could say.
yeah,
So the competition in golf is like these younger guys who can bomb the ball. They're now, I don't know, it's stepped down in competition essentially
Yeah.
because these guys aren't going to be able to hit the ball as far.
What I think the problem is that when you look at when other sports make changes, it's usually to make the game more entertaining or to make it, to a broader audience, appeal to a broader audience, right? Baseball's more home runs, more stealing, right? Make games
Exciting
less
plays,
pitching.
yeah.
Exactly. Exciting plays. Football, we're going to add roughing the passer rules. We're going to protect the quarterback. We're going to make it so that people can throw the ball farther. We're going
Sling
to
it
keep
around.
receivers' gloves, sling it around. Golf is going the complete opposite way with we want shorter drives, shorter clubs. The stuff that's amazing to the average people like us is getting taken away. Whereas I think in other sports, those changes get accentuated.
Yeah, the golf hardos of the world that are super analytical and super technical with their viewership are gonna love this.
Yeah.
For sure.
But
that's the minority now.
right, the entire crew that was at the Ryder Cup at Whistling Straits is not gonna like this.
Think about hole number 1, Tyler.
right how
Could Bryson have drove the first green if the ball was rolled back?
no.
Possibly not. I mean, possibly he could have got maybe the front edge, whatever. But
He barely got it with the juice ball.
well, so yeah, and he landed it short and it just rolled and rolled and
Yep.
rolled, got up to the green. The crowd was insane when that happened.
Not a single person in the crowd was juiced when someone hit one short in the fairway.
So now what I guess I'm just trying to understand the logic from the higher ups as to why it's happening. And there's obviously got to be good reasoning. They're way smarter. They know the game way better than I do.
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand the logic of why they're trying to make the game less entertaining because I mean World Long Drive is not mainstream yet. So are they going to have to roll is the longest drive going to be 390? 400 instead of 430, 440.
I mean, they're already using illegal drivers, aren't they? With like longer
Yep,
shafts.
that's true.
So I think
That's true.
But like one thing I know in the PGA is that didn't they already move Amen Corner's tee box back?
They did.
Like, yep. Like they have already moved that tee box back and stuff like that. So I people viewed that as like, oh, this sucks when that happened because it was because of Phil, right? Phil started cutting corners on that. I don't know.
I have no idea.
I think it was Bubba.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it was one of those two, but they ended up cutting the corner, and then Augusta National moved that tee box back, and people viewed it as like, this is the really bad thing back in the day because now the pros are playing a different Augusta than existed before. But truthfully, what's the big difference from moving a tee box back 10 yards than moving the pin around in different places, like in different spots and stuff like that? Like, what's the big difference there? Because
I see none. I don't.
Yeah.
This just seems like such a weird and unnecessary move.
Yeah.
Like, maybe it's not the end of the world. Maybe it doesn't really change the game that much, but just why?
I think they just want lower or higher
Jake,
scores.
Can you look that up
technically.
real quick? Just type in
Why?
Google, why
Because they want
are
it to
they
be
rolling the golf
more
ball back?
like
Birdies
gettable for us. Where it's like, oh, this dude won the tournament and he was only 5 under through 4 days. Like, that's like, I can go do that.
Yeah, but I don't want to watch.
But like Scotty
Par
just
golf
won
at all
with
times.
20 under this week. We're 4 rounds. So
Which
it's
is tight.
like, yeah.
I like watching birdies like I like watching home runs.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
They just want to make it more challenging, and I just don't get it. I mean, there's par threes that are like 250 already on the tour, and I'm like,
Well, then you know what they're going to do? Now there's going to be an analytic that's like, all right, Bryson just hit a 280-yard tee shot. This is what it would have been with the old balls.
yep.
And it's like, you're just building this in for TV entertainment? Like, they're going to have to explain why everyone sucks.
Now remember, it is only about 5 to 15 yards is what they're saying.
15's a lot.
So so someone who averages like 320 is going to hit 305 now, but someone who averages 300 is like 285, 290. So there's going to be a lot less 300-yard drives.
Right, and it's going to change it a lot for them. Now that it's for us, like,
I'm about to go work out.
we range from, well, we don't have a consistent 300. We don't have a consistent
God, no.
250. Our distances are all over the fucking place.
So, okay, this is kind of interesting. The Golf Digest post average driving distance. All drives in yards listed by handicap. Over 20 handicap, the average drive is 205.
Okay.
15 to 20 is 211 yards. 10 to 15 handicap is 220 yards. 5 to 10 handicap is 230 yards. 0 to 5 handicap is 237 yards. And less than 0 handicap is 240 yards.
So I think they're taking into account like everything, right? And averaging it. So like if I top it off the tee, that metric gets added to that data.
I would think so. But
Because otherwise it doesn't make any sense to me. That seems way too low.
Yeah.
well, a less than 0 handicap, the average drive is 240.
That's not true. We know Lucas. We know how far he hits the ball.
I mean, he can hit a 4-iron probably 225, 230.
Right.
He can hit a hybrid 250, 260.
he scratches the 300s,
Are we?
Easily.
Yeah.
but like consistently, like right around 280, 290 mark.
Lucas
Probably
is listening. He's like, you guys have my numbers all wrong.
Yeah.
because it's at least 360 guys.
So is this taking into account all tee shots?
It says
or just
all-
driver.
All drives.
Yeah.
So I don't think it would take into account par threes. It shouldn't because
Like,
it's a
is
whole
it-
different club.
But is it counting par fours where I'm hitting my hybrid off the tee?
Yeah. So the way
Maybe I guess I guess I
Because
don't
I'm
know.
trying to make these numbers make sense because every 15 handicap I know hits it farther than 210 yards.
So from what I remember, because we talked about this a couple months ago on the podcast, actually, and we asked like, well, how are they getting these numbers of like what qualifies this ball to be less juice than the other? And the way that they came about it was like they took the average pro golfer's swing speed on their drive, and then that's how they got the 5 to 15 yards less. So they got the 5 to 15 number from the average pro's drive swing speed and just mimic that over and over and over again until they got the ball down to a spot that they wanted.
Okay.
So for us, we might not see the difference of 5 to 15
Will we
because
see
we don't
more?
have the same. No, we would see less because we don't have the same swing speed as them. Right.
I
Like
don't
the
know.
higher the swing speed, the more variance you're going to see out of that ball. Whereas if it's
Right.
less juiced with the slower swing speed, you're going to see like a difference of maybe 3 to 4 yards.
Trevor, what are the pros saying about the rollback?
Some like it.
Rory's in favor of it.
Of course he is. He's a PGA puppet.
And he hits the ball the furthest, so he doesn't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
but I don't know. It's here and there. I haven't really read
Who's
a lot
for?
into it.
Who's for? Is it just Rory?
I haven't heard a lot about it. It's
They're really only putting out there what Rory's saying at this point because he's the
Yeah, Keegan Bradley said it's really stupid.
hell yeah.
Tiger Woods said he's okay with it. Ricky Fowler says he doesn't really care, but weekend golfers like us aren't going to be excited to go hit shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I second that.
Well,
Ricky.
I think it's safe to say the next shortage in America is going to be golf balls.
Yep.
You're going to go up, you're going to go to a sporting goods store. You're going to go up to the golf ball shelf and it's going to be, I mean, you're going to get your top flights. You're going to get your ultra, you're going to get your dog shit balls because I feel like people are going to start buying up because the rollback hasn't happened yet. So all the balls on the shelf are juiced.
Yeah.
So people are going to go buy these up and they're going to be playing juice balls for the next, buying up balls for 2 years, 3 years, whatever.
Right. And how do you regulate it in competitive play? Like, I would assume that most of the 4-man scrambles that we go into are going to have no rules on the balls.
Correct.
They're not going to give a shit. But like, what about
Correct.
the pine to palm? Are they
Yeah.
going to check your balls?
I would probably.
Are they
Really,
going to
Tyler?
go into your bag, make you cough, and make sure that everything is up to standard?
Maybe throw a duck lock in there corner to
Maybe.
corner.
Yeah. I'll say this too. Like when other sports ban stuff like this, like Ryan, you talked about the baseball bats earlier, like those old Easton bats, the price on those bats have just skyrocketed. They cost more than a brand new bat 35 years after they were made.
Yeah.
Like the used market for these balls, especially on like eBay and stuff like that, is like you're going to end up pricing out people who can't even buy secondhand balls.
And part of the reason the bats were changed as well, they were to roll back big hitters, right? But
It was also I think it was part of safety
Yeah,
for third base.
people were getting killed on third base.
Yeah.
Like we had to play. I played in church softball growing up,
Praise the Lord.
and it was co-ed softball, and the boys had to use wooden bats because they didn't want us killing an 8th grade girl on third base with a metal bat.
I mean that's
Yeah.
absolutely.
But I don't know. There's a lot of people out there who only buy like dollar balls, like secondhand golf balls and stuff like that. My dad is one of those people. And making like, I don't
Those are
know,
more
Tiger
expensive
Woods
now.
called it the bifurcation of golf balls, which I think is a good way to put it. That the old balls being juiced is going to completely price out people on like being able to pick up used
Yeah,
crappy waterlogged balls, you know?
You guys, I mean, if anyone's gonna be flush with balls, it's gonna be us.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
good.
I come back. I end the season with more balls than I started.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely lost count, but I would assume that I'm somewhere above.
I mean, Grandpa Dave's retirement is looking good right now
That's
because
true.
he
Yeah.
has boxes of juiced golf balls.
Yeah, so this is another side effect. Grandpa's going to stop giving me those balls. Like I am not going to get a gift, a coffee can full of golf balls anymore for Christmas because he's going to keep them and sell them.
He will. You'll just have to trade him for a $20 bill.
Yeah, I'm going to have to start paying him premium price for these used golf balls.
Do not download eBay onto G Dave's phone, whatever you do.
What? So
Maybe I
what?
should. I might inherit it one day.
That's true.
So what rolls the golf ball back? Is it the core? Does the core get smaller? Or I know we're getting super technical, which we never like to do, but
or do they like remove like one of the layers on the inside of it,
possibly. Yeah, I guess I don't know.
or dimples size, or
Well, I for me, so when I got the PXGs, I got like the one step above the player improvements, which is the big cavity backs. Is what a lot of people play.
Yep.
So I may just have to get cavity backs now to keep my distance.
get the juiced ones.
What
Yeah.
if the PGA now just encourages juiced clubs?
Well, that also
They
goes
already
back
do.
to like
I mean-
What's stopping club companies now to make up for this 10 to 15 we're losing?
They
and
will.
I think they will, because naturally, well, I mean, every new driver that comes out will increase your distance and,
Yep.
and decrease
Yep.
spin. And best way to decrease spin is chapstick. And I'll tell you what. So we went pheasant hunting this last weekend, and James, the owner of Plank Inn, I was telling him about the chapstick trick, and he could not believe what I had just told him.
Why?
He had never heard of it before.
Show him the video.
No, I said we did a full video on. I said if you want to hit straight drives every time, just put chapstick on your driver.
And he's blown away.
Blown away.
Huh.
So
Come on, man.
I think I mean even like golf clubs are going to get, the technology is going to keep improving. It also
How long until we have a fucking club rollback?
Yeah.
No more using drivers.
Yeah, just get rid of the driver.
Yep.
So you guys
Good
want,
question.
the silver lining to all this, Ryan, is that, well, first of all, you asked the question of how are they doing it? Like, what's the actual difference in the ball? It's up to the manufacturers to figure out. Yeah. So it could be dimple height. It could be the thickness of the outer shell.
So
It could be
Titleist
the
just gets rid
core.
of Pro V1s and you have to play the rest because they go 10 to 15 shorter than the Pro V1s.
Yeah.
No X, only the ones.
Yeah.
I will say it might make golf balls a little bit cheaper though, because every single ball being limited, that like there being a ceiling on how good a golf ball can be, it might like make all golf balls at the same level.
Can golf ball companies just keep selling juice balls if they choose to?
Oh yeah, I'm sure they can. The thing is like it's the other thing too is that for us, for amateurs and stuff like that, the rollback doesn't happen until 2030.
Oh, wow.
So we got plenty of
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Never mind.
I'll stock up now.
They'll
And by
change
2000
their mind by then too.
By 2030, the golf club technology is going to be insane.
Oh yeah, we'll be back to 315 plus drives from
Yeah,
the
it'll-
pros anyways.
It'll be AI
And I know that
for you.
this question it requires a lot more thinking than just on the spot, but I always wonder, like, what's the driver going to do and look like, and what are the irons going to do and look like in the next 20 years?
Yeah.
Because shit like that has to it naturally has to keep changing to keep one company above the other and keep one
Yeah.
company above the next.
How long until we have like a force field as the face of the club?
Yeah.
Exactly. Or like the chapstick trick, for instance, like there is a face.
A self-lubricating club.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's almost like lubing up like a machine or something. Like after every round, you have to there's a little nipple in the back, and you got to re-lube it.
Yeah. You know, like those
I don't
Mercedes
know.
headlights washers thing. You just got
Yeah.
that with WD-40 on the front of your club face. Be not too bad.
I don't. It'll be interesting in the next 20, and then we'll be looking back like back in my day. We had
We had to have
Yeah.
graphite shafts.
the Gen 5 graphite shaft, and you could still hit it 260, but
I remember when putter faces were milled.
yeah, right. yeah.
I mean,
So-
even 10 years ago, we were trying out square drivers. You know what I mean? Like square shaped
True.
drivers. And everyone thought that was the sickest thing ever. And turns out that it probably didn't make that much of a difference anyway. So
Yeah, they're probably gonna like in terms of aerodynamics, like
Yep.
the back will probably be more of like a triangle shape coming back. That'd be kind of sick. Could also be dangerous when it comes to a lot of golf course fights out there right now. 2023 could be the year of the golf course fight.
yeah.
There was a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see one in my lifetime.
Let's start one.
I gotta see someone take a swing at another person.
Like with a club?
No, with a fist.
How violent do you want the fight?
Preferably different groups as well.
Yeah.
because that just be
Damn it.
uncomfortable.
We don't want to see any infighting.
No. We want to see out of network fighting.
Yep.
Final start it.
The rollback. I mean, it could cause a lot of drama within your friend group when it comes to betting on holes or betting on rounds.
Actually, though,
Because like if I'm using juiced and my buddy's like a big Pro V1 guy using rollbacks, it's like
I mean, I like that it's not till 2030 because by that point in my life, I'm not going to give a shit anymore.
no, God no, because you're by 2030. I would hope our swings are pretty ironed out to the
Yep.
point where it's maybe it's like 220 down the middle, and then it's. I mean, I guess by that time I'm only going to be 36, 37. Jesus.
Yeah, like you're
not aging,
65.
not aging that quick.
No, I fully plan to be basically retired old man in 5 years. So
Hell yeah.
Nice.
But that's fine. You're going to shoot lower scores.
yeah,
But according to Golf Digest, you're still going to be only, if you're a 10 to 15 handicap, and by 2030, you'll be hitting about 220.
yep. I'll
the
lose
tee.
distance off the tee.
Yeah,
The higher my handicap goes, the less distance I'll hit.
for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's ridiculous. The only one other thing that I want to talk about pro golf is John Rahm going to the Live?
Nothing confirmed, just speculation.
But like,
I wouldn't be
Well,
surprised.
it's speculation. There's a reason there's speculation.
was it like a $600 million offer, or am I looking at fake news on the internet?
I've heard 6. I've heard 3.
3 million?
300.
Oh.
300 million.
Got to be a lot.
But
But
I
number
hear-
2.
Here's the thing with that also is
He hates the ball roll back, correct?
I haven't heard
no
anything
idea.
about him.
We don't know when they're only relaying what Rory's saying right now.
Okay, because I saw one tweet.
Jesus.
So I'm pretty uneducated in this, and I will admit
One
that.
tweet.
One tweet was like, the ball rollback confirms John Rahm's transition to live. And it's like, basically the gist of the post was that he doesn't like the ball rollback. They offered him a fat stack of money, so he's going to go to the place where he doesn't have to play with shitty balls.
Well, and here's the thing. Now the PGAs they're working with Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
So why would someone not take 600 million or even 300 million to go play for someone who's already working with a tour that you were loyal to?
Yeah.
Like Brooks is licking his chops because he took the money, and now
Still gets to play in all the majors.
Now with the deal between the private investment fund or whatever, PIF, and then the PGA is like, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you go play? Because if you can still play in the Masters, John Rahm, I mean, he can go back and he can repeat.
Yep.
Would you watch the Live if John Rahm was playing?
Yeah.
I probably still wouldn't.
I would watch it more than I do now.
There's something about that
maybe, which is
CW broadcast that's
1 or 2 times a year.
if it's on and there's nothing else on, I may
See, but what I would really like to watch is when he comes back and plays in PGA events.
Correct.
I love the Live versus PGA drama, and I always
I do too.
will.
I do too.
Until they become one entity, I will love the drama between the two.
I do too. Because think about John Rahm and Brooks Koepka, the final two at the Masters playing against each other. Imagine if a Live golfer, imagine if Brooks would have won. Then that is a huge slap in the face to the PGA. But the PGA Tour also slapped their players in the face and said, we're just going to take the bag and we're going to join up with PIF. So,
Yeah. Got a real WCW versus WWF vibe going on right now, and I kind of like it.
big time XFL and USFL
They merged.
did fuck.
Did
Yeah.
they?
Well, okay.
Oh,
perfect,
yeah.
perfect example.
XFL and USFL merged. They
This year or what?
I
'Cause
don't know.
They were separate last year.
Yes,
They were, yeah.
The next,
Yep.
I don't know when the merger actually goes through, but 4 teams are staying on either side. So it's like the Battlehawks and a couple other teams, and the Panthers stay. And then, I don't know. It's 4 teams from each side.
Perfect example.
Should we take a break?
A lot of pro golf talk this morning.
Yeah.
A lot of.
We got to start juicing those balls.
Let's take a break, guys.
Yep.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're back.
Back.
Got another crazy golf course for you. More interesting and unique and historical than crazy, but crazy can also fall into that category.
Yeah.
Jake, it's your pick this week. So what do you got for us?
Guys, today we're talking about the Lido golf course.
Are you sure it's not the Lido?
Maybe it is.
What about the Lido?
I'm thinking it's the Lido Shuffle by Boz Skaggs.
No.
No?
How do you know shit
Over
like
my
that?
head.
Everyone, you know that song.
I probably know the song. I don't know who fucking sings it and what the name of it
Boss
is.
Skaggs sings it.
Boz Skaggs.
Anyway,
Anyways.
you were also trying to tell us about Bob Doak before this, and I'm like, remember, he's like, you guys know who?
That's who
No,
designed this course.
I know,
didn't-
but how?
I didn't know that. I was asking if you guys knew. I'd never heard of him before. But okay, so the Lido this is the story of the Lido golf course. Okay. So the Lido was opened in 1917 in Long Island, right? So it was a golf course that existed 100 years ago, right?
So it probably stands for
106.
Long Island
T.
D. It's D. Lido.
Lido.
I don't know.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Anyways, so the Lido was opened in Long Island 1917. Then a couple years later during World War I, U.S. Navy claimed eminent domain over the entire golf course and demolished it.
Eminent domain is a wild law.
Wild law.
To me, because they're pulling it with the diversion and shit going around here. They're pulling eminent domain on a lot of like generational farmhouses and farm. Like, it's crazy that they can just go in and take it from you.
Yeah.
Even after when did they take it over? 19. When was World War I?
World War I is 1911 to 1918 or something like that.
Holy
So I thought the course was built in 1917. So it
Yep.
only existed
Oh, sorry.
for a year?
Sorry. No. Demolished by the U.S. Navy during World War II. So it was open for like 20 years.
Okay. I mean, the world wars have so much to do with golf courses.
Weirdly.
The one the one we talked about last week, in in Surrey, England. I can't even remember the course name. But
Me either. But the one that had the crazy rules with all
Yep.
like the bomb goes off, you don't have to take a drop.
that was World War II.
Yeah. And then
It was it like impacted the whole world.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
It's-
definitely.
yeah, it wasn't the country war to I'll find it. Anyways,
Yeah.
so the Lido, like I said, demolished by the Navy 20 years after it was opened, right? And so this course was being played in like the 20s and 30s and stuff like that. And so
I wonder how you demolish a golf course.
I don't
Like,
know.
What
either.
is step number
You just
one?
bulldoze it?
And by the Navy, like, did they send like Navy SEALs out there with like full combat suit, just like, just ripping rounds off at tee boxes?
I would assume they hired out the demolition.
Why couldn't they use the golf? Why they have to demolish it? Why couldn't they use it for training purposes, like a big paintball course?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what goes all into building a naval base, but I would assume they need to put buildings up and bunkers. The bunkers are already there. There's a lot of fucking bunkers on this course.
Now, I've told you this before, but Moose Run in Alaska, that was also a military base, and they built the golf course there instead of demolished it. And what they did was they knocked all the trees down in the forest to build the course, and then they buried the trees underneath the ground. So you could take your club and you can hit down like on a fairway, and it sounds hollow because there's trees underneath of it.
wow,
It was
Interesting.
wild.
interesting.
So
Continue, Jake.
Anyway, so Lido completely destroyed, lost to time. Now, flash forward to present day. Tom Doak is this guy, right? He was the designer.
I know Tom.
Yes,
Doak.
yeah.
I know Tom Doak.
So the golf course designer Tom Doak. He made Ballyneal and what else did
Great
he make?
sim course.
Yep, Pacific Dunes. He made
Another
that.
great one.
Old McDonald.
At a farm.
Did he?
Yep. Cape
E-I-E-I-O.
Kidnappers.
Yeah.
So this guy is, I mean, he's no schlep when it comes to making golf courses.
He's no schlong. Tom Schlong.
Yeah.
Tom Schlong Doak.
So Tom Doak, anyways, using all of these photos from the 1920s and 1930s of this golf course, ended up being able to create a 3D model of what this golf course would have looked like by like doing years upon years of research and finding every last photo that he can. Then took that 3D model that he made and used GPS bulldozers to sculpt the earth to match the course 1-to-1 within 1 inch of elevation across the entire thing
So
in Wisconsin, not in Long Island.
So Doak didn't do shit. He let the machines do it.
Yep.
well, he's just a designer.
Just researched the fuck out of it.
Okay, so here's my main question. How do they know it's within an inch when this course was demolished 100 years ago? I know the pictures are there, but like, how can they be sure?
Yeah, I think if you have something of reference, like, I don't know, say you have a photo with a flag in it and you still have that flag, you can use the scale of that flag to measure out the scale of everything else in it. And I mean, like, this has been a project that's been going on for like, I don't know, like 10 years, I think, like a long time.
Dude, forget that noise.
Yeah.
Just do one that's close enough. Yeah. Like, it is cool, and technology is wild, and AI is scary. But so much effort.
You could have just said it was like, and nobody would have known. They're all dead.
Maybe they did. Yeah, you shit on my course, I'm gonna shit on yours. He's probably lying. It's probably all a joke.
It's all cap.
He's all full. He didn't do any of that stuff. He just took some pictures and was like, it's close enough.
Now, if I was to do
Yeah.
something like this, like put that much time and effort into recreating a course, I would have it like, I would recreate a course that already exists, but just that people would never get the chance to play. Like, we're probably never going to be able to play St. Andrews ever in our life. But I had a bunch of land in Wisconsin. I might remake St. Andrews.
Also,
Wisconsin.
why Wisconsin? Do they have the dunes or what?
Yeah.
I mean, there's dunes all over the place. But like you put all this time in, you build this one of a kind course, and it can't be open half the year.
Yeah. I think people forget how much good golf Wisconsin has.
I know. I
Phenomenal.
know how much good golf.
Whistling
They have.
Straits, Erin Hills,
Yeah. I mean,
Green Bay Country. I mean,
They also have. I think it's called Eagle Run. It's
Yep.
It's the best 9-hole course in the country. Apparently, we were gonna go play it when we were
Yes,
doing our
I mean,
9-hole
Peawood?
tours.
yeah.
It's the second best 9-hole course in the country after Peawood National.
Yep.
Prairie Wood National, middle of Fargo.
Yep.
No one here would know about that.
Yeah.
So what?
But
Sorry, go ahead.
it sounded like he got to choose where this went. Like it's not like he built it in the same spot that Lido was in because it was in Long Island, New York.
Yeah, you're just not going to be able to buy that much land.
But he chose
Yeah, it's
Wisconsin.
probably cheap real estate,
Yeah.
probably.
Cheapest land.
Well,
probably.
okay, so he wasn't the one who chose. So actually what it is that, have you guys heard the golf course Sandhill Valley or Sandhill Dunes? I mean,
No.
Never.
well, it's one of the nicer courses in Wisconsin, and they already have like a resort on the property. So they just rebuilt this Lido next to their other golf courses. So it'd be like if, I don't know, freaking Craigan's just built it next to their other stuff.
Gotcha.
Yep. So I think they just hired out Tom Doak to design it and help
They did.
out with it.
I was looking up the cost of this entire renovation.
Yeah.
Let
Let me guess.
Okay, everyone put their guess in it. Okay.
So we're talking
Estimated cost all in, including clubhouse and infrastructure.
Oh, including Clubhouse? Did they recreate the Clubhouse 1-to-1?
No idea.
I don't either.
$300 million.
Ah, shit. Yeah, I was gonna guess like
600.
295. I'll go
Jesus.
No.
I mean, do you guys know how much 600 million is, Trevor?
Yeah, it's a lot of
That's
money.
what they're going to pay John Rahm to go to the live. It's a lot.
I mean, to pay that back is impossible.
$600 million is more than like
It's over half
a
a
small
billion.
stadium costs. I would guess like $200 million.
You guys are way off.
40 million.
So you're still pretty far off.
You can make 15.
So the ability of Kaiser and his brother Chris to show a comprehensive vision. Okay, blah blah blah. Estimated to cost 16 million all in, including
Hey,
clubhouse
not
and infrastructure.
That's not bad.
for everything.
By far the most the Kaisers have spent on a single course.
I mean, it could have been. I was expecting with all this AI geo bulldozer shit, it would be
Yeah.
way up there.
I did too, and I was actually surprised by the 16 million. That I'm just reading it off Golf Digest. Estimated to cost 16 million all in. You think a nice clubhouse would cost a couple million, because you still have like 14 million to work with.
Yeah. This is also land in central Wisconsin. I mean, they basically give it to you for free.
Well, I'm gonna move to Central Wisconsin. Damn.
I'm just gonna pull eminent domain on someone. They just gave me this property for free. So
Jake said he'd give it to me for free, so I'll take all of this.
How funny would it be if the U.S. Army claimed eminent domain on this now? And they're just like, we need those two courses. Canada's talking about invading. We need Central Wisconsin locked down.
Damn.
Yeah, we need to block the Great Lakes,
Yep.
even though it may not even be on the Great Lake.
I have no idea where this is
This
at.
is central. It's right by Wisconsin Dells. So maybe go hit up the water
We have to
park after
protect
you're
the
around.
Dells.
Yeah.
Do you think? Yeah, I mean, like every president has their thing of like what they want to fund and all that kind of stuff. Like, would any president ever fund like, I don't know, the reconstruction of golf courses? There's got to be like, like Habitat for Humanity, for instance. There's got to be some sort of
Habitat for Handicap.
there. Well, that
Okay, maybe not that.
I said I stopped at cap, not
yes,
capped.
yes, you did. Yes, you did. I think it's a cool project though.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. I think any project where people like flex their technological muscles of like, hey, like look what we can do, regardless of what the outcome of that thing is, I think it's fucking sweet.
You are a big tech nerd too.
Yeah, I am. It kind
So
of
they use like a gaming system to 3D render this whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know if it's actually, I don't know if they used Unity to do it, but so Unity is a game engine and it's the same game engine that our simulator runs on. And so I think if it is done in Unity, then we should just be able to play this course on the simulator.
Well, there's like a really cool interactive map that Trevor was saying they need to do on every golf course. Like if you go to the Lido website, there's an interactive map where on a lot of those, I've seen things similar on courses where it's just like Google Maps and then you scroll on each hole from an aerial view. This shows you like you're on the tee box, you scroll, it shows the flight path of where the ball should go, and then brings you all the way to the green. It's really, really cool.
That's
And
kind of crazy.
yeah.
It's kind of
So
sweet.
just that in alone was probably $20 million.
No way.
That was worth it.
I will say though, if there's any like, you're pretty much playing a game. You're pretty much playing around a golf on your phone.
Yeah, except you're Kim Jong hole in one every single shot.
Yeah.
I would love to play 18 on my phone with of any course in the world.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a way.
Yeah, but
gotta be a game.
you see like on TikTok, it's like all these like animated graphic type games. Like give me simulator software for an app on my phone that I can play the Lido before I go there.
I think World Golf Tour has an app that does that for you.
Really?
Yeah.
Or just get VR.
Has anyone played VR golf?
I have not
No.
yet.
No, but I got a headset. I should
You should
bring
bring
that.
that in.
Back in the day, like 5 or 6 Christmases ago, Grandma bought all of the grandkids those VR goggles that you'd put your phone into.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
They're a nightmare. So
Not good.
I'm sure that technology is advanced, but that sucked.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
No, I got like the real one with the control, like the legit
Oculus or whatever?
Yeah, yeah, I have an Oculus. Yeah, so I'll bring that in.
Not
We
to
should-
fucking brag. I
Do
have
you
an
think that?
Oculus.
Do you think it would? Do we have to scrub it before we play it?
No, you're good.
Because I'm sure that sucker's so bogged down with you know what,
Oh, you think?
and also the
Yikes.
controllers have to just sit in a tub of disinfectant.
He's talking about Minecraft. We all know how.
Well, no, I mean it's an active thing. You get sweaty while you get active. It's- No, I get what you're saying, Ryan.
Jake's been getting real sweaty playing Rocket League.
Yeah, Rocket League. and
VR Rocket League.
Jeez.
Yeah. No, I'll bring it in. I think I've seen people play it. There's like actually 3 or 4 different games that are like VR golf that are kind of sweet. There's one where you like
See-
attach the controller to a club and swing it.
I was gonna say the thing that I hated about the Wii and the thing that I hate about most VR games. I don't want to actually have to stand up and swing the fucking club. The best thing about Wii golf was when we all figured out we could just flick our wrists and it was a better shot.
Same with Wii
than-
bowling.
Yep.
Yep.
That was the best thing about those games. If I have to actually get up and do a golf swing with a controller in my hand, why don't I just go to the simulator?
Yeah, part of doing something in between actually golfing and just playing it with a controller is just like is not fun.
Yeah.
Something that's in between those two things is no good.
I also like the fact that so it's a private course, but the public can play it on certain days.
I like that little hybrid country
But
club vibe.
imagine the members there on like, let's say public day is Tuesday or Wednesday, and like they know just to stay away, and they know these fucking hacks are just gonna ruin their course.
Nah, we don't ruin it. We're respectful.
Not really ruin it. I guess the price determines what sort of golfers you're probably gonna get there. Like you're probably not gonna bring a bachelor party to the Lido and expect each guy to pay $250-$300 to play on public day.
This is a real boring ass bachelor party where they're all just trying to be prim and proper.
That is true. I'm sure there are a few of those out there.
Oh, yeah.
I actually saw one thing here on the website. We were talking earlier about them moving courses back. So this is a full par 72 course from 1917. That's only 6,500 yards from the tips.
See, I don't know what's long. What's a long course?
Like 72 to
And 7,000 is long.
yeah.
Okay. So this isn't like
6,500 is like what most courses are that we play from the whites. Like most whites are like 6,400, 6,500 in that area.
So we could play this one from the tips and be just fine.
yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
That is
We don't need to
I'm
be
playing tips this weekend at
Hell
the
no.
Lido.
little tips and some pre-round skin to skin content.
Hell
Yeah.
boys. Talk about a bachelor party.
Apparently there's construction happening next door, so
Jesus.
I think we're gonna have to wrap the pod.
Wisconsin is a
shit.
sneaky place for a golf trip.
Yeah.
Erin Hills, Whistling Straits, the Lido now, Green Bay Country Club. They're all, I mean, Whistling Straits and Erin Hills are within an hour of each other, I want to say.
Yeah. This place is like, I think 2 hours or so from Green Bay.
I looked it up. The address is Rome, Wisconsin,
Also,
which is smack dab in the middle of the state. Looks like a hour and a half, 2 hours straight west of Milwaukee.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
I'm sorry, ladies.
Let's wrap it up.
Hang out real quick. You guys remember Vikings-Packers game, New Year's Eve last year?
Yes.
The one
Yep.
that you guys Irish
Unfortunately.
goodbye on.
Yeah.
I met a guy at the bar after that, after the game. That is a caddy at Erin Hills. He said we can go play. We can go play whenever and
Call
he'll caddy
him.
for us.
Call him right now.
I've had the contact for 2
Why
years.
are you telling us now? That game was
We have to
almost
get to
a
Erin
year
Hills.
ago.
We have to get to Erin Hills.
We could have made a trip if we knew we could get on
We could
You know
still
how
get
often
on.
me and Tyler go to Wisconsin?
all the time.
All the time.
Well, I have to be there.
You can come too.
Tag along.
Yeah, I mean,
We're in Milwaukee like every other month.
well, we got a caddy.
All right.
Okay, we got to get out of here. Fucking,
Tearing walls down.
Jesus.
also, new stew again. This is what, number 4?
4 and 4 weeks.
So we'll get her decorated a little bit more. Puts a couple knickknacks. Gee, Dave, he's always good.
Yeah, Grandpa's got a shipment of knickknacks coming.
Let's go. And also $10 a ball. We'll be selling juice golf balls on the site here soon. So
Yeah, if you want really good ones, it'll be $20 a ball though.
top flights, $12 a ball. Ultras will be about $11.50.
Yeah.
Imagine 120 some bucks a dozen.
Oof.
God.
It may get there, you guys. May get there.
All right. Love you guys.
Love you all.
Love you.
They piped that the wrong way.
I'll call the clubhouse. We'll book another 18 for tomorrow.
Okay, they cheated on that. They fluffed their balls.
Yeah, no better time for the breakfast ball than now.